guys. So I decided to do a bonus video because a lot of you are asking where I am currently. Huh? Oh. Um, and right now, well, I just got off at Sam's Gap, mile marker three. Yeah,
Three something.
three something. Like, yeah, 320 or 318, somewhere around there. And we got picked up and we're at Nature's in Hostel, and they've only been in business for 2 years. Last year they could accommodate 20 hikers, and this year they can accommodate 40. And it's a husband and wife, and they're so sweet and so kind and just really amazing people. And I'll give you a tour of this place because it's like super awesome. We're in the rental house. It's a 3-bedroom house, and you rent by the bedroom. It's $40 per bedroom, and they have big beds. So if you're a couple, I mean, this would really be just perfect because the furnishings, um, it's really amazing. I mean, it's something I would furnish my own house with, and they have really nice washer and dryers. The kitchen is immaculate. I mean, like, this place is ready to be moved into permanently. Just really nice. And then it's in the middle of the woods, which I think is what I love the most. Well, because every window has a nice view, but I like it mostly because we don't have to walk around town. So this is probably the first day that we've actually sat around and did nothing. Because usually we have to walk to a laundromat, and then we have to walk to go get something to eat, and then we have to walk somewhere to go resupply, and then there's an outfitter, you got to check that out, and then there's the post office. And really you just find yourself walking all day still, even on a 0 day. So this really is actually the first day that we are not doing anything. So it's really nice. And also, one really nice thing about this place is there's a massage chair that
I live in it.
he does kind of live in it. This morning he was in it, and he said he was almost in tears because we're just in constant pain all the time out here. Anyways, I kind of want to address some things that I'm sort of getting the vibe off of comments and crying. I just want to talk about that for a minute. So I do cry a lot. It's just my nature, I guess. But let's see, how do you say this? I'm always filming that because at the end of the day, these are my memories, and it's how I want to remember it. And I'm an open book for the most part. I definitely want to be transparent. I want to be inspiring and show people that regardless of the circumstances, you can handle whatever is thrown your way. But mainly, like I said, it is my memory, and it's how I want to remember it. And I'm comfortable in my own skin, so it doesn't matter to me if other people see that. But what it is to me is it usually will come from like frustration or built up stress or that kind of thing. And the trail really throws you some curveballs out here, so it's natural that I would be stressed out or frustrated. But any of my crying, it only lasts like 2 minutes, and it just releases that. And actually, I don't know if you knew, but crying releases endorphins. So all around, I just feel a lot better afterwards. But I just really want it to be known that it's not a sign of weakness, regardless of how, I guess, you're interpreting things or whatever. To me, it's not a sign of weakness. It's just a release, really. And then usually after I'm done crying, I just wipe up, and it's like nothing ever happened. And actually yesterday, I had a moment, and afterwards I was like, whew, I need to get that off my chest. I just feel like I have all this energy, and 3 Mile goes, well, let me get out of your way, girl, go ahead. And I did. I just powered up the rest of the mountain, and I mean, I just needed that. I don't know. So I've never thought about quitting. And somebody asked me if this was harder than I expected or easier or whatever on a scale. you know, what is it like versus what I thought it would be like. And on a difficulty level, it matches up to what I thought. I mean, I knew that it was going to be this hard. I knew I was going to cry a lot because I do anyways. And, but I didn't know exactly what the challenges would be. I didn't know what it would throw at me. I mean, yeah, you have ideas and stuff, but, I expected it to be this hard. So I've never thought about quitting. And, anybody who's thought that about me, you're highly underestimating me. There's nothing that this trail can throw at me that I can't handle. I promise you that. It's just, you know, everybody deals with things differently, and I just happen to cry. I have my 2-minute cry sessions and I'm all good. But I am so thankful to be out here, and I appreciate so much all of y'all's support and your comments. I read them all. There's no way in the world I could respond to them. It's kind of wild, actually, the response that I'm getting. And I didn't expect that at all. And I'm just really thankful for everybody that's got my back. And just thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and give you all a little tour of this place because it is super awesome. If you're passing through here, I definitely recommend you call Taff and Sarah. That is their names, the owners. And I mean, they're just the nicest people. I was in the rental house and Taff was showing us around, and then Sarah came in here, and the first thing she did was come over and give me a hug. She's just so sweet. That they have a really great thing going on here. It's a work in progress. So it's one of those places. It is so charming, and I have such a good thing going that I think I'm probably going to revisit in the next year or two just to see what the finished product looks like, because it is like so cool. Anyways, I'm going to jump right into this little tour. One.
Thanks.
3 Mile in his massage chair. But check it out. It's not just any massage chair. This is like a high-end massage chair. It is so nice. You didn't have to get up.
That's okay.
Oh, is that Sarah? We're doing, you have perfect timing. I was just giving a tour of the place.
Did you walk over to the bathhouse?
The bathhouse? No.
Well, put your shoes on. Come with me.
So this is the living room. I mean, look at the furnishings. It's just like a real house with like the touch of plants and stuff. I just love it. And then the kitchen is also so nice. Little microwave and coffee, and they have a washer and dryer. It's $6 to do a load though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That includes washing powder and a dryer sheet.
Yeah. And then here, 3 Mile, you want to give us a tour of the bathroom? Since you're there. Toilet. Shower.
And really great hot water.
It is great hot water. I was actually so hungry yesterday when I got here. I picked gummy bears on the shelf in the shower. I was eating gummy bears while I was showering. It was really awesome. I was so hungry. Okay, this is 3 Mile's messy room. This is my not so messy room. I just did a gear video, so that'll be at the end of this one. And there's another room. We have a guest, or a roommate, I guess. Anyways, okay, now I'm gonna get dressed to go outside. This is the laundry house.
It will have.
Is this for you or the
No,
hikers?
this will be for the hikers.
Oh, okay.
So I'll put we're putting an additional washer and dryer in.
Oh,
here.
okay, for
And
whoever's
then I can
not
walk
staying in the rental house.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I can walk up and keep my laundry stuff separate.
Okay.
And this will be their folding table, and we'll have some hanging bars. And
Cute.
that
Yeah, I
kind
can
of
picture that. That's gonna be awesome.
So that's coming.
There's the rental house, by the way, so you can see like kind of where we are.
And this is the bathhouse. This is our pride and joy, actually. I had to stop and look at that.
Ooh. Thank you,
Like
ma'am.
I said, we're still in construction. So, but this is all finished up. So this
Oh
is my men's room.
my gosh!
This is the men's room.
Look how adorable!
And so I have the 2 big showers,
Oh my gosh!
restrooms, and sinks.
Oh wow! Wow!
So that's the men's room. And
I
then
mean,
we go down there. That's my my utility closet that has the water heaters and stuff in it. And these are the ones
that's what's going into the laundry room. Okay.
That'll be moved off. I mean the laundry. And this is my women's room.
Oh my gosh, look. Everything you ever need. Oh.
We got lots of that.
Oh, look, we got rugs. What?
Yeah.
Spoiled. Wow. What is that?
So that's a heater.
Oh, that is?
In here, yeah, for the in the winter.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah.
to keep the
Look
chill
at that
off.
little vanity. How cute. I love like all the little like personal touches and stuff. I mean, like even like all this. Like that's yeah. And then this is the hammock farm, right? Is that what you're calling it?
Barn.
Oh, hammock barn. Okay. Sorry. I'm a hammocker, so I really like wanted to check this out.
So that's what Taft and I were talking about a little while ago. He's put electrical power with a switch and a plug at every one. So
Oh, okay.
everybody
So
will
each
have-
hammock has their own light.
Right, so they'll have a light and the power to charge.
Ah.
And then we were trying to figure out the best way that we could have people, some people like to hang low, some people like to hang
Oh, that's
high.
true.
So we decided just a little while ago that we're going to put some eye bolts here and eye bolts, well, probably here,
Yeah.
and put a piece of chain
Uh-huh.
so that you can tie
Oh, yeah.
and bolt the chain to the
That's a great
wall or
idea.
to the post, and then you can tie whatever you
Yeah.
want to make your
Right.
thing. Make your hammock swing.
Yeah. So is that pretty much all you got left to do to this is the, yeah.
Just to put the chain.
Oh, that's so cool. I love this. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I love this so
It
much.
feels like you're hanging over the creek.
I know. Okay, so along this creek bed, there's a bunch of these just sort of like lined down that way. And okay, so do they all have a hammock?
They all have hammocks,
Oh,
2 chairs,
cute.
and then inside is
I mean, what else do you need? Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a twin on top and a queen on the bottom, right? And how much do you rent these for?
these rent for the cabin sleeps 3. So if you make a reservation for the cabin,
Uh-huh.
then you can sleep up to 3 people, and it's $44 a night.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 4 of these little guys, right? And then what's that down there? Is that just...
Those are the actual hostel bunk house.
Oh, okay.
So the
Bunk
one
houses
on the
there.
left,
And then so what do you charge to sleep in here?
So if you rented a bunk, it would be $20 a night.
Okay.
Or actually, I think it's 22. Oh, we don't have an hour on in here.
That's
Anyway, it has 8. Enough for 8 people.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And those are the mattresses.
Okay, so you're still putting that together,
So we're
it's
trying
like-
to get this thing finished up.
Well, that is so great. Okay, so you have something for families, the rental house, and then you have something for that's still private, but if you're not by yourself, that's a great option. And then if you are by yourself and you want to, not spend so much, then you have I love the options here. That's really great and clever how y'all did that. Ta-da!
We're almost there. It's mostly cleaned up at this point.
Okay, so you kind of have to use your imagination a little bit, but I mean, can't you just picture just the community coming together and just hanging out in here?
And
I mean, all the possibilities. I just think this is so cool.
I needed shelves. I didn't need cabinets.
Okay, so this is the resupply room, and they're really smart about it. They have just the right things. I mean, really, what hiker? Oh, y'all restocked since yesterday.
Said he brought more pieces.
Nice. There wasn't that much pizza in there yesterday. and sodas, and there's a freezer full of goodies. Like, I got some ice cream yesterday and one of these breakfast sandwiches, and I mean, really
All kinds of
just,
stuff to eat here. Yeah.
yeah. And then, you know, just the hiker favorites: honey buns, Snickers, granola bars, popcorn, just all the right stuff. You guys got just enough in here, I think. That's awesome. Cool. Well, I think that concludes our tour, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for doing that. Okay, y'all. I'm going to start with my clothes first, and then I'll do the rest of my gear. So, this is a short sleeve by Minus 32 and a long sleeve, same brand. They're really, I don't know, it's a merino wool, and they keep me really warm. Next to that is my Montbell wind quarter zip. That has turned out to be one of my favorite pieces of gear. When the wind picks up sometimes and it's too chilly just to wear these 2 layers, sometimes that is all I need. So even if it's really cold, I just wear these 3 things for the top part of me. And then when it is a step above that, I'll throw my puffy on and then my rain jacket on top. But 100% of the time, no matter how cold it is, I always stop and take my puffy off. So I'm usually never wearing more than just those 4 pieces. And then for my bottoms, I still have my Mountain Hardwear 30-degree leggings. I absolutely love them. They're working out great. And then those shorts are something that I purchased at Walmart since being on the trail. A lot of times I just wear the shorts and my rain pants. Even if it is like a brisk cold day, just when you're moving so much, you just warm up really good. So, by the way, my rain pants are down there. That's why they didn't make it on the bed, because they're really muddy. And then I know this looks like a lot of socks. But these I don't actually have to wear as socks necessarily. They're like a really large size, and what you can do is if you don't have like micro spikes or some sort of thing like that, then you can actually put socks over top of your shoes and you can get traction on the ice. I haven't had to use them yet, but I got it to replace micro spikes if I did need something like that. I just didn't want to carry the weight, and I didn't want to spend the money on something that I didn't think I'd end up using, but wanted something just in case. And then these are my waterproof socks. There's the brand Randy Sun. I love them. I was carrying those around for a long time and didn't use them. The first time I used them was the second day in the Smokies, and I was walking in water that was above my ankles. So even if I did have waterproof shoes, it wouldn't have mattered. My feet would have got soaking wet. And then I always wear, I don't really know why, but I always wear these under my waterproof socks, and they stay dry every single time. I originally got toe liners as like blister prevention. But somebody told me that usually for getting blisters, it has to do with the wrong fitting shoe. And to maybe try not using them. So I hardly ever use them. I still have never had blisters. So I don't really know what the logic is between those and blisters or whatever, but I think for some people they work, but for me, they're just not necessary, but I do like having them. And then of course, like a regular pair of socks. And then my booties. I wear those almost every night. And then I actually have 2 bras and 2 undies, just so that I have something to wear when I'm in town, or if I just feel that gross on the trail, I'll go ahead and switch those out. That's my clothes bag. It's an Outdoor Research. I think it's a 20-liter. I've actually switched out my clothes bag and my food bag. I'll show you why in a minute. So as of right now, it's my food bag. And I call this my murder mask because when I do need it, I just make a joke that I'm going to murder the mountains. And then I got this headband. A couple days ago, the idea was to send this home, and then I can use this to warm my ears, and then this to cover my face in the wind. And I tested it out yesterday, and yesterday was we actually had a winter storm come through. It was Winter Storm Skylar. But anyways, those two pieces worked out just fine. So next chance I get, I'll send that home. And this is from Outdoor 76. And something that they just gave me, but I use it mainly for after I blow a snot rocket, and I just kind of wipe my nose, but it's really soft. It's a lot softer than a regular bandana. And these are all my gloves. I know that's kind of obsessive, but I have used all of them. And originally they're in order so I can wear all of them at the same time. I love these. Yesterday during the storm, I just wore these with my rain mitts over it, and it was fine. On sort of like chillier days where you might go through like a sunny patch, and then say you get like a wind gust and it just kind of freezes you. These are my go-to just because they got like you can cover or uncover your fingers, and then it doesn't have the dividers for your fingers. So I can actually just use it as like a wrist warmer. I don't know. I just really like those gloves a lot more than I thought that I would. And then I've used these also when my other gloves were wet. They were sort of like a last resort because it was the only thing that I had dry, and I had another cold day to get through. So I've worn those before too. This is the only piece of gear that I could have actually gone without. I haven't used it almost this whole time, but I did use it the last 2 nights in the mountains, just when I got to camp, and I slept in them because it was just really cold. But I could have gotten by without them easily. It was nice to be toasty warm. And then down here, these are my Brooks Cascadias, which I still absolutely love. And then I bought these on the trail too. These are Outdoor Research gaiters, and they work out really, really nicely. And then I got these on the trail at Walmart, and those are my camp shoes, or just shoes when I'm in town and stuff. And I'll get the rest of my gear out and show you that. Okay, here is the rest of my gear. So I'll start with my pack. Same pack I started with, the Leaston 55 by Granite Gear. I absolutely love this pack, and it has done me so well. And then in one of the hip pockets, I keep all this stuff in there. I love having my lamp in my hip belt, just because most of the time when it's getting dark, I forget to grab it out. And then if I need to find anything else, I have to have my headlamp. So for me, it's just one of those things that there's a lot of value in having that convenient, even though I don't use it a whole lot. Stick pick, Sarah Jane gave me that. Thanks again, Sarah Jane. And Rob Java, owner and founder of Stick Pick. Chapstick and pepper spray. I did have a pocket knife, and I lost it. I have no idea where it is. On the side pockets where you would normally keep a water bottle, one side, this is my toiletry bag, and a trowel, which I think actually you can get away without having this, but I do kind of like having it. Oh, look, obviously I've used it. I do like having it though. It does make digging a hole quite a bit easier. And then this is my suspension. For my hammocks, I got stakes, my ridge line, tree straps, and a little bit of extra cordage, just depending on how I set my tarp up. On the outside pocket, I always have my water filter and my platypus bag. I think I could find a bag that was more compatible with the Sawyer Squeeze, but it does the job, and for that reason, I'm not getting another one. But the platypus isn't totally compatible with that, just so you know. Also, I started keeping my hammock tarp on the outside of my backpack, so it kind of goes in the front side like that, and then I keep my water filtering stuff over here, along with my rain gear, and it all somehow fits in there. It doesn't look like it does, but it does. And then this is my knee brace by Ace. I really like this. It's got, this will be in the front. I don't know. I just really like it. The only thing I don't like is the elastic comes off a lot. Like, it's just not very strong. Not elastic, but Velcro. It's just not very strong Velcro. Of course, my AT guide. And then this is so valuable to me. It's a picture of my boyfriend and I. And then in that bag, I keep, over here is a note that he wrote me. So I look at that all the time. I've got stamps in there, just a little bit of extra paper. I keep my wallet and a pen in there. This is my Garmin InReach, and I love it. It is GPS. It works off GPS, but I don't have the other one. It's like got more features. You can use the GPS to download maps and actually navigate with. This one you can't do it, but it does have GPS for tracking. So when I turn tracking on, my family can actually see where I am, and I have it set so that every hour they get an update, and it's really awesome. And I've used it to check the weather when nobody had service, and that was very valuable. I did that when I was in the Smokies, and we had a lot of nasty rain, like freezing rain, coming towards us. This is my electronics bag, and then this is my sleep system. So I got my top quilt, under quilt in there, my tarp, my winter sock, which that thing is invaluable, that black thing. It just kind of goes over the entire sleep system, minus the tarp, of course, but it just traps heat, and it's wind and rain resistant, so it keeps all my stuff dry. So when the air, like when there's a lot of moisture and humidity in the air, a lot of people, like even if it doesn't rain, a lot of people wake up and their sleeping bags are wet. And as long as I use that, that doesn't happen to me. The worst my sleeping bags would be is damp, but not even that bad. A lot of times your stuff is damp and you don't even notice it out there until you come inside somewhere like this. Anyways, and then that is my hammock. I keep it in a stuff sack just because in my pack, these two sit next to each other. And a lot of times this will be damp and I just want to keep my hammock dry. That's the only reason. And then my Tyvek, I lay that down in shelters when I sleep on the ground. And then this is my pack cover, which I didn't start with. I had another pack cover that was too small, but when I put my foam pad on top, it just wouldn't fit. So I had to get a little bit bigger one, but I like that one better anyways. Okay, this is my food bag that I am now using as my clothes bag, and here's why. Because, do you see that? It's not going to focus. It's ripping right there, so I'm afraid it's going to fall in the middle of the night or something, so I simply just switched my food and clothes bag out, but I don't know. I kind of like the way that this packs in my pack a little bit better because it's wider. But I don't know if I'm going to do anything about that or not. It is what it is. Paracord. I like using paracord better than Zingit. I just think it's easier. Same thing with my hammock, my tarp ridgeline. I went back to paracord because it doesn't tangle as much, and I just like using it better. And this is all the same. This is my 600 milliliter titanium Evernew pot. I've cooked with it on the fire. I've cooked in it, which I didn't think I was going to, and it's worked like a charm. And then to accompany that, my stove is the BRS. My first one broke on me. I'm not really sure what happened. I think when I was turning this to basically it releases fuel and you get a bigger flame. As I understand it, there's a pin that goes into the canister to allow that to happen, I guess. And that wasn't working, which is also the reason I have a bigger canister, because I thought maybe my stove wasn't compatible with the canister that I did have. So I was like, whatever, I'll just get another one. And I thought it was out, and I don't even know. But I'll go back to a smaller one that fits in my pot later. Anyways, I got a new one and it's working just fine. 3 Mile has one of these also, and he has several hundred miles on his. So I don't know. I just got a dud, I guess. But handkerchief, clean everything up with. And then, okay, this is the other part of my hygiene. So I got a toiletry bag that basically when I'm hiking and I need to use the bathroom on the trail, that's what that's for. And then the rest of this stuff is kind of things that I use either in the morning or at night. So I keep it in with my food bag because I always have breakfast and I always have dinner. So I have, this is a hairbrush. You know what? I'll break that down at the end. And then my food with my wooden spoon. I keep saying that I'm going to switch out, but I'm not. And whatever, it's working fine. And then I always have 2 liters of water on me most of the time. And these Aqua Clips, oh my gosh, I love them so much. And they were just like the best choice for me. I mean, seriously, I don't know. I just hook them onto my hip belt and it frees up a lot of space on my side pockets where you would normally keep water. And it, you know, gives me more storage options too. So I just love those things. Love them, love them, love them. And I can reach my bottle without having to break my arm off. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm going to break some other stuff down, like my toiletry, my suspension, and hygiene here just a second. Okay, this is everything in my toiletry bag. A lot of time, well, sometimes there'll be tampons in there too. But baby wipes, I love having a small thing of baby wipes, toilet paper. This actually, I really only use this to wipe down my tarp after a rainy night, if it's not raining in the morning. And it just ended up in there. I don't really know. That doesn't go there. And then I have a trash bag specifically for my toiletry bag so that I can put like used baby wipes and tampons in there. And yeah, my toiletry trash bag. Okay, and this is my hygiene kit that, like I said, I always keep it in my food bag because most of this stuff I only use in the morning or at night. So when I'm having dinner or breakfast is when I use all these things. So this is kind of like, sorry, it's a little personal, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I always have basically like a week's worth of these on hand. Always. You just never know what's going to happen. I don't know if women are crazy. But when it is time to use these will go into my toiletry bag. And then toothbrush, toothpaste. This is like all obvious. This is not so obvious. I actually, okay, so I make my own chapstick. So I had these little containers already, and I just shoved a bunch of deodorant in there. I've not used it so far, but probably when it gets warmer, I will, just for a little bit of a morale boost when I'm feeling like really gross. Birth control, always have that. And then this is soap, which I haven't used yet. Every hostel, everywhere I've gone to take a shower, they always have something. So I should probably get rid of that. I don't know why I still have that, actually. And then I always keep an Aqua Clip, an extra one to give out because they're just getting a lot of attention. And I gave one to Hot Sauce. You can find him on YouTube at Jake Hikes. He's got some really great videos. So if you're not following him already, make sure you check him out. But yeah, that's it for my hygiene kit. Okay, and this is all that is in my suspension. So basically this would be like having tent poles. It's the equivalent of temples. I keep it all in my Colmax sleep liner bag because I'm actually not using it all. But if I was in a tent, this is what I would use. But I'm not, so I just have this extra bag that I keep it in. Like I said, I went back to paracord. I was using Zingit, but it just tangled up too much. And I didn't want to tie it so neatly every time. I just kind of like almost literally wad it up and stick it in there, and it's fine. Tree straps that have whippy slings attached to them. These are my tent stakes. And let's see, I have 4 of those. And get it out. Okay, so I have 4 of these, and these are like my big anchors, basically. And I have 6 of these, and they're all titanium. They're pretty lightweight, and I know that's a lot of stakes, but I have been in situations where I was really glad I had all of them. And that's just extra Zingit. Basically, for different configurations, it just depends on how I want to set my tarp up. So, that's it for that. Okay, and then I wanted to like show you guys, this is basically all the gear that I did not start with or that I switched out. So my shoes, I didn't have any camp shoes or town shoes. Super love those. I actually got some Waldies, which are pretty much Crocs at Mountain Crossings, and I just didn't like them. I gave those to 3 Mile, and then he gave those to somebody else, but I just like those better. They're lighter, and they fit in my pack better, and I just got those at Walmart in the men's section. And then I got gaiters on the trail, which is something I wanted to get before the trail, but I couldn't find any that I liked until being on the trail for a little while. I got those in Franklin with my shoes. I really like these shoes, but to be totally honest, I am still experiencing the same amount of foot pain, and I think it's because of how my feet are. They bow in at the ankles, and I just think that there's a lot of pressure on my foot where it's not really supposed to support that much weight. So I don't really know what to do about that, but I really do love these shoes. And then these, like I said, I got these because I didn't want to get micro spikes in case I had to put them over my shoe to walk in the snow. My pack, which I already talked about also, I just had to get a little bit bigger size, but this is actually nicer. My other one didn't have elastic. It had like a drawstring thing, or I didn't have shock cord. And then my headlamp, I started with the Petzl headlamp and I lost it. I think I left it on top of Troy Mountain. But anyways, this one's better because it has a red light, and I just felt like a schmuck running around the dark camp with a bright light in everybody's face. I acquired my knee brace at Walmart, stick pick from Sarah Jane, and then I originally got these shorts just for the pockets. I just wanted to put them over my pants just to have like somewhere to put more stuff. And then my shirts, I didn't have any short sleeve because I just figured it would be cold this whole time, but it has not been. So I got a short sleeve and shorts that I've worn just those two, actually a lot. And then I got a long sleeve version of the same thing. I sent home that blue long sleeve because this one is merino wool and it just does better. I don't know. But anyways, that is what I got going on here. I hope you all enjoyed this bonus video. And because 3 Mile and I are kind of like this now on the trail, I'm comfortable with doing that. It's not so much about safety, but I am going to keep my videos delayed. Sorry. Simply because I just have a process that I really like. And I'm not forced to edit every day. Sometimes I don't feel like it. So I get to edit whenever I want with my videos being delayed. And then I sort of maintain them, I guess, like when I'm in towns or taken to 0 or whatever. It just works out for me. And because I like to really get into my editing and speed things up and add music and all that stuff. So it does take time. But I enjoy doing it. All said and not me. Oh, by the way, 3 Mile has a YouTube channel. There are some people that are putting it together because 3 Mile's in all my videos and I'm usually in all his videos. That's another way to keep up with me. If you wanted, but also check out 3 Miles videos just anyways, because we recently just had a really bad snow day. And I think he captured the severity of it better than I did. So he has a different perspective on the day. Sometimes we like compare our days and it's like, was that the same day? Because I was super pissy and he was like on top of the world. I don't know. It's just kind of funny. So, but anyways, so it used to be Fred Beck's.
Right.
And now he has changed his channel to 3 Mile Hikes. And do you spell out the number 3, or is it just like
The number 3.
just the number 3?
The number 3.
Mile Hikes. So check him out. I'm gonna put a link in the description so you can just go straight to his channel. But anyways, yeah, he's more current with his videos, and so I know some people were wanting to do trail magic, but they don't know where I am. So if you do trail magic for me, you got to do it for him too.
No.
Yes. That's my family. That's my family. My fam on the trail. But anyways, thanks again for all the support and all the encouragement and all the concern and advice that I'm getting. It really is overwhelming, and I'm just so thankful for you guys. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this bonus video. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll do some more of them maybe.